Now, when I was doing research on your background and all, because I know our paths have crossed a couple times, but this is the
Hmm.
first like real sit down
Right.
conversation
Right.
we've
Yeah.
had. But I saw that your father marched in Selma during the civil rights movement. You, just give me a little bit about that and like what it was like as maybe you hearing those stories from your
Yeah.
dad, and then like how does that shape maybe your view on public service now?
Yeah. That is just a special legacy we have within our family. Um, 7 years ago, my father was transitioning in an hospital
Mm.
in Arkansas. We didn't know he was transitioning, just
Mm.
thought he had pneumonia. And do you know that the Little Rock News was looking for my father? It
Really?
was on the King holiday 7 years ago, January the 20th.
Wow.
They wanted to interview my father because he was the last remaining survivor of 7 men who traveled to Alabama from Arkansas to march.
Wow.
And little did they know he would transition on the very day they wanted to interview him to hear his story.
Mm.
Luckily, many of us were still around who remembered the story. And I remember my father did not tell us until I was in early middle school.
Mm.
I didn't know.
Really?
Mm.
And I'll tell you why. So I was interviewing him for some kind of project. And he said, well, I was in that march. And he described the march. And he said, Carla, I'll tell you this. When Martin Luther King spoke, it felt as though the very leaves began to be still and listen.
Wow.